today's video, we are having a one club challenge of epic proportion. You all wanted it and we are going to deliver it. So let's do it, and let's do it now. Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson and welcome to this YouTube channel. Guys, in today's video we have what I think is quite a revolutionary club from Ping. However, it has a terrible name. Chris, how are you?
Well, I was better until we saw this club.
So this is the Chip R. So it's not just a chipper, it is a Chip R. Guys, I have reviewed this club already and the views were astronomical. So if you want to see it, guys, go and check it out. I think it could honestly be a game changer. I'll talk you through the specs of it in just a second, but we're going to get teed off. We're going to have a one club challenge, Chris, on some of the hardest holes out here at Waterfront Golf Club.
We are.
And we're finishing on a wonderful par 3.
It's not bad. First one, it's better than my first one. It's landed perfect.
So stay tuned right to the end, guys, and we'll even see how far we can hit this club. It's not exactly meant for full shots, is it?
No.
But let's see how it goes. So the idea, guys, it is a 9-iron loft. So it is around, what will that be, about 40 something?
Yes.
9-iron loft. It has the shaft of a putter length, extra long grip so you can grip down it, and it's very upright. So if you are struggling hitting it right, the face plane tilt should help.
A little bit left.
That was always going to be left hand rough. I think 3 of these gets us to the green here. What are we? We're 400 yards away.
400 yards. So I've not hit a shot with this yet. This is one of our members, Mr. Jock Davis. Right. First thoughts. Horrible.
Oh, he's absolutely ripped it.
But I have ripped it.
And you see, guys, you may think this video is just a bit of fun. You may think it's just a laugh. Yes, it is all of those things. But also, I think there's something in this for people who maybe struggle with a certain yardage. They've called it the chipper. I don't think it should be called that at all. I think it deserves its own kind of name. Maybe we'll think of one towards the end of this video. Comment below, what should this club be called? Oof. Right, guys, so 2 very similar distances there. Chris is actually over on the right hand side of the fairway, as you can see, and I'm in the left hand rough. Now I'm starting to wonder, do I play to a yardage where I can maybe hit this club? You don't see many of these clubs with a T mark on the bottom of them. Sorry about that, Jock. We will clean. I'll get Chris to clean it. But do I try and get it to about 140 yards, or do I just hit it as hard as I can and then work with its kind of chipper design? I think we'll go with that. Teed up on this grass. Aim down the right because of that lie angle. Look at that turning over as well. You know, if you do miss shots right, this could well be the perfect shot for you. If you do look at the lie angle just as to how this sits, it sits so upright that it's just perfect for a little bit of a draw. So guys, to get an idea of just how upright this is, Laura, just go in and show the guys how upright it is compared to the ground and Chris's golf ball, because it really does sit amazingly upright. Chris is using a top flight. Yes, that is correct. Were you scared of losing the ball with this, mate?
I was, yeah. So I've gone for the top flight, or the rock flight as some people call it. Oh. Low runner. It's one way of making sure I get to the green in 3.
So there's me saying if you miss it right, have a go, but then Chris can miss it right with the best of them. One of the things that I love as well is that kind of wide sole there. It really does give you that kind of forgiveness with the ground interaction. This feels heavier than the one that I tested, actually. It's maybe a different shaft or something, but
potentially. But again, over on my channel, what we're going to do is see where it is useful around the green, who it might be.
Everywhere, everyone.
Who it might be beneficial.
I don't know why I love it so much, but I really do. As soon as I saw it, if it didn't have that silly name,
yeah,
I think short game hybrid or something.
Yeah, something away from chipper, because if you tell your friends you bought a chipper, including Jock, who has bought this, he didn't want anybody to know he had a chipper.
So Chris has just told 200,000 people. Well done.
Keep up the good work, Jock.
So I'm very much hugging the left hand side here, and I do stand by that lie angle is going to help a lot of golfers. Say if you miss your pitching wedge right often and there's maybe a few par 3s that you struggle with, this is where we might struggle. So we are in the rough. Obviously there's not that much loft. It is the loft of a 9-iron. Right, let's see. I'm going to open the face up a bit. That should just kind of get that lie angle a little bit flatter. About 100 yards, going to have to run it in. Again, it's gone left, but the strike was good. Oh, sit. That's gone slightly long. We haven't managed to control that distance as I would have liked, but we're on the green, so that still might be good enough to beat Chris, who's over there. He's just avoided the hazard, actually. You in the hazard?
No, the dream is alive.
Oh.
Right.
See, I wonder there, Chris, if I should have used it as a proper chipper there and not tried to manufacture a shot.
Yeah, I think there what you should have been trying to do is land it short as it's designed. That's what I'm going to try and do here. Just a bit of a longer putting motion. Although we're 80 yards out, it's just going to feel like I would do with a putter.
Oh, that is delightful.
And that's a great strike on that there.
Oh, what a horrible bounce.
Not a great bounce, but that's something you're going to get used to with a chipper. It's not going to have, it might bounce different ways. We're not going to obviously be relying on spin, but distance-wise there, very good. A great strike when I feel it's taller and more like a putting motion. Like we said, I'm nearly probably 80 yards. I could have probably gone back even to up to 120 and play a similar shot and get it to run in. So.
Yeah, you see, Ping claim that this is kind of a 50-yard in club, and that's obviously why it's called the chipper. Maybe the pitcher,
Yeah,
like
maybe.
a baseball pitcher or anything but the chipper. Oh. Right, Chris, interestingly, this is where the club is kind of designed for, isn't it? Just off the green, bit of fringe in your way.
Yeah, just get a little bit of loft, get it over that fringe. Again, I'm going to hold this just like my putter, same kind of motion. Again, it gets it over that first cut, gets it rolling. Again, a very centred strike. Because it's now a little bit more upright, I'm a little bit flatter on the ground, I can get a good strike and
I'll
good
see
distance.
that in though, by the way, for the match. I'm just at the back of the green here. Try and play a similar one, get inside it. So one of the things that I really enjoyed when testing this with Andy the Average Golfer was you could actually get some check on it, because we do have proper grooves on here, just like on ping irons and wedges. So we're into the wind here. I'm going to try and get a little bit of check, which is not something you would normally say with a chipper, and then run out to be a nice shot. You see what it's doing to my body angle here to get it flat. Oh, did you hear that check then, Chris?
I didn't hear it check, I did see it check slightly.
Really enjoyed that, really enjoyed it.
Again, if we think about tour average from there, from James was, I would say 20 yards away. You're looking at around about 67 feet. For the tour average, I would say that's around about 6 feet. So if we're going on this shot, that's inside tour average using the trusty chipper.
I'd also say it's a one club challenge.
Yeah, it is a one club challenge. Don't worry about it.
That's 2 5s, isn't it?
2 5s, 2 bogeys.
I'll get these, you're all right.
Keep your eye in.
Right, bogey golf so far, which isn't too bad really. That's not an easy hole that we've just played there. And neither's this one, 18th hole at Royal Waterfront. People keep asking, it's not actually a Royal Course, Chris, is it? We just like to call it that.
We like to say it is. I don't know if we can reach the fairway.
I think we can. Get it moving in the air. Compress it.
Straight as anything,
Look
that
at
hole.
that. You know, if like you've got an assailing lead and you're not quite confident with a club.
It's gone a long way, that as well.
Hasn't it?
I'll borrow your tee. Middle stripe, some would say.
I mean, there's an effort to it though, isn't there? You know, like,
Yeah, there's a bit
it's
of
quite heavy to swing.
a little bit of manipulation. That's a little bit too high.
That's another outstanding strike.
Again, you can see you lose balance a little bit because it is a little bit heavier, but that is chasing up there, and that has probably gone at least 150 yards. So
A moment's appreciation for Chris's divot here as well after the shot, because like tee then divot, that's pretty much as good as it gets.
It's quite full as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
What a club.
What a day. Right, so far some interesting shots, some good shots, and some very interesting short game shots. As a short game expert, I really wanted to get you on the channel with this club. Who do you think this club is A, targeted at, and B, is really for?
Oh, thank you very much for getting me on the channel.
You're more than welcome.
Again, for those people who don't like, you get a little bit yippy around the green, you're not confident, you're strangling your wedges, you're not sure on what flight to play, you try and play a bump and run, you catch it a long way behind. This is something that'd be good for them, you know, people who've got a little bit of a quick tempo with the weight of the club. It's going to smooth you out, it's going to allow you to use the weight of the club, weight of the head to make contact. It's upright, it encourages you to get close to the ball because 9 times out of 10 people are stood too far away from the ball in chipping and playing it like a full shot. And that's where this obviously is designed for you to be able to, if you do take a normal setup, the toes will be way in the air and we know it's going to go a long way left. So we have to encourage to get close, nice and tall, and then it's a much simpler motion. There's a lot less face rotation, a lot less can go wrong. So if you're not confident around the greens, it could be a good option.
Yeah, that's who it's designed for, and I think who it's really going to benefit, it could benefit anyone. I think you have to have a gap in your bag for it, no doubt. A lot of comments on my review said, James, why on earth would I give a space in my bag for this club? And I think if you're confident with your wedges and you're happy with your assortment, then fine. But if you want something that we're explaining here, then generally that's a lot of golf as well. By the way, how close are these two tee shots together?
I've done you though.
Yeah, you have. I'm going to try and play this down a bit, you know, like get bounding down.
Bounding down?
Because that's another shot it could be good for, you know, like a little chip out of the trees kind of thing.
Again, you don't have to make a full motion, we could play it as a longer chip.
Like that. It's come out mega low and that's going to run and run and run all the way down there. Again, leaving a little chip into the par 4. If you're struggling with your game, try and get on the green in 3 and leave yourself a par putt 18 times, you're laughing.
Yeah, and that's it. People out of the trees often go to a 4-iron, but this is something where we could again just get a little bit tall. The fairways are firm at the moment. I don't need to make a big motion.
Oh, that was lovely.
That's a great strike, a little draw, but that's going to run probably 40 or 50 yards. So effortless, that would have gone under some trees to start with, but then mainly it's going to get it running. A lot of people get it snagged in the grass in front. So again, it can be used for more than one
effortless
job.
Effort like a young Dimitar Berbatov. Nonchalant.
At Fulham.
Fulham, at Tottenham, wasn't it? And then United. Right, I have 100 yards there or thereabouts, maybe a little bit more. This is where I'm going to try and learn from my mistakes from the previous hole, try and actually hit the green here. We're just going to play a chip and run. I'm going to try and land it 60 yards and let it run out the following 40. So if you struggle with the dreaded S words as well, this could be a club that really, really helps you. Like that. That was such an easy shot to play, and that could run on to be absolutely exceptional. Chris, how good is this? Go in! Go in! Oh! How good was that?
It was until it went off the green.
That would have been a certain way to make a birdie, wouldn't it?
Well, you might be just clinging on to the green. But again, you can see the weight of the club, how it is
so easy.
Easy. I mean, that was a toe strike I can see from James.
Oh, all right.
I found a fairway. It's a nice, easy motion.
And that is in the clubhouse. Ooh, bit of spin.
Had a little bit of grip, and it's just probably similar to yours. So just past, but don't have to make as much swing at all.
I'm surprised you went so aerially there. I thought you'd have played it down like I did.
I wanted to see if we got a little bit of grip, and we did get a little bit.
Yeah, with the top flight.
With the rock flight, yeah. So if that was a premium ball, we might have got 8 next to the flag.
Right, 2 pretty good shots there. I mean, for me, mine's literally probably lipped out for a birdie, but we do have this chip for par. Chris, yours just didn't stop, did it? We've seen the pitch mark about where the camera is now.
No, just didn't stop, but again, not too bad, but that's from there. That's such an easy motion, whereas people be trying to send a 60 full hit, thin it straight over the back.
And interestingly, guys, as you'll see, this is actually a very, very difficult flag position. They didn't have a lot of speed running past the hole there, so if you were going in with a wedge or something like that, it would still be difficult to get any closer than we are here. Right, two par attempts before we go over to the par 3 hole-in-one challenge. Oh, that's checked lovely. Yeah, I'll even give you that one.
Oh, thank you very much. But yes, coming into the green there, you see if we had a wedge, we're probably going to go with a 60 degree, 56. We're going to hit it a lot harder. There's a lot more chance of some error, maybe thin it straight over the back, whereas those effortless swings, just a little bit long, but probably with inside tour average from that distance.
Oh!
2 gimmies.
2 5s again, so we're basically playing bogey golf with, you know, it's not great for the old hit-ups. Oh. Basically playing bogey golf. Guys, let's get to the par 3. This is what you've all been waiting for. We're going to have multiple goes at this and see if we can make a hole-in-one with the pitcher, is what I'm calling it. So 2 bogeys each to start this challenge, guys. There's only one way we are going to split this, with a hole-in-one challenge. Yes, you heard that right. Chris, I'll let you lead us off. 3 shots each, 150 yards to the 6th hole here at Waterfront Golf Club with Ping's chipper.
Oh.
Not your best to start with.
Might be pin high, but it's a little bit left. Right, take 2.
Oh, lovely. The right bounce, and this is really good.
That's the one.
Oh, it has as well.
Oh.
That's going to take some beating.
Will do. Come on. Oh, it needs a bounce. Not that one.
Right, so your best one's about, is that 15, 20 feet, that one?
I'd say so, yeah, probably closer to 20.
Interesting you didn't tee that up. I'm going to tee it up and try and get a little bit more control. Are you playing that for 100 yard and then to run out, Chris? Or?
Yeah, I'm trying to land it on the fringe, then let it trickle up.
I've wanted to do this with this club ever since Andy showed it me weeks ago. So I'm really, really excited. Guys, comment below if you're excited as well. Chris for the hat-trick of the year.
I doubt it.
Said that last time.
It's not bad. First one, it's better than my first one. Oh, it's landed perfect. Well, I might have lost already.
I reckon that's 5 feet.
Might even be closer actually.
In.
Here's a bounce. It's got one. Again,
I think I've found my favourite club ever.
Inside tour average from this distance, which again is not the distance that Ping would be suggesting, but it can be used.
Right, we'll try a proper chip this time.
It's not your finest. At least both of us have gone left.
Yeah, and that was a Pro V1 into the hazard. Guys, let's get down there and see exactly who has won. I could stand here all day and do that. I really could. Really enjoyed that. Guys, can we just assess how close that is to a hole-in-one on 150 yard par 3 with the Ping chipper? See if we can roll this in for a 2. Oh, would have even called as well, but guys, that is a 1 club challenge and that is a par, unfortunately, with the Ping chipper. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed that, smash that subscribe button below. Let us know what you think to the Ping picture. And apart from that, guys, we'll see you all at the same time tomorrow. Part 2 is now over on Chris Dennis Golf. Oi.